Okay, do you... Have you thought about this at all since?
Not a lot. I don't know. Should be interesting. I really don't know what's... Why are we at the trial?
What? No, we aren't.
Oh. Okay.
The Ultimate Despair. A group of people who caused a tragedy 1 year ago. The same people who put together this killing game and began broadcasting it around the world. The most desperately awful group of people ever. That is the Mastermind's true identity. Our enemy has finally been revealed. But right now...
Anyway...
Right now, we have to get out of this horrible place. Figuring out the rest of the story can come after.
Yeah, you're right. Okay. Rattle, rattle. It's locked, but we have a way to open the door. Okay. Kyoko, you still have that one thing? Monokuma's secret tool that you got from the headmaster's room?
Indeed.
Of course I do. It's absolutely vital part of ensnaring the mastermind. I would never part with it.
You can open any door in the
That's
school, right?
That's right.
Then we should be able to use it to open on that door, right? Okay. Hey, Kyoko, can you use that key if you're on
It's
the
true.
door?
Let's find out.
Kyoko took the key out, Monokuma inside the keyhole, and then click, it opened.
Indeed.
And now we can get out of here. Let's go.
Sounds good. We quickly opened the door and made our escape from the garbage pit. The walls were closing in on us. Finally, we are finally free. Finally. But there wasn't much time to even take a final breath of relief, because the real final fight had just begun. Ultimate pain, ultimate suffering, ultimate despair, ultimate execution, ultimate death.
No, we just start in Deadly Life.
Oh, yep. After leaving the garbage pit, we found ourselves in a tunnel extending straight up. There was a metal ladder leading up to the tunnel. We started climbing the ladder, reaching the surface. The ladder was impossibly long. I couldn't even see where it ended. We climbed into darkness. The passage was so dark and cramped I couldn't even see my own feet beneath me. But we could fit a camera in there. I had no idea we were so far down.
Don't lose your footing. If you slip, I won't be able to catch you.
Yeah, I'll be careful. Now that you say it, I'm getting kind of nervous. Maybe talking will help keep my mind off it. So, Kyoko, there's something I want to ask you. You said you're the ultimate detective, right? So how long have you been doing detective work?
How long? Ever since I can remember. Since I got to Hope's Peak Academy.
No, I think she's regained a bit more from memory than that.
I come from a long line of detectives. Detective work is in my blood. Okay. There was a time when being a detective was considered a sacred duty. My father's always seen
Family.
it. My family's always seen it that way.
Then, is your family famous?
Wrong.
Quite the opposite, actually. Even among detectives, many people haven't heard of us.
How come? It's like your
Right.
family tradition, right?
Because we take pride in it.
Indeed.
Pride.
A detective is neither light nor shadow. We represent neither justice nor evil.
Sorry.
We stand...
That was my bad.
That is how we uncover the absolute truth. We stand neutral in all things, and to do that, we have to stand separate from the rest of society. Which is why we've made a conscious effort to conceal our existence.
A conscious
true.
effort?
It's kind of old-fashioned. I can't say it's entirely rational, but it's our family creed, and we must do what we must to protect it. Because, like I said, it's our source of pride.
Pride. So that explains. Before I came here, when I was looking up info about the school online, I never saw anything about her, because she hid herself on purpose to protect the pride of her family.
However,
And yet, I gave up some of that pride.
Huh?
In order to enter Hope's Peak Academy, I had to reveal myself to the school. I did it knowing it was something a true Kiri detective would never do.
But the reason you gave up that pride, the reason you go so far to enter Hope's Peak, is because that's how much you want to reconnect with your dad, right? There's no shame in that.
what?
Reconnect? I had absolutely no desire to reconnect with my father.
Huh? But you'd be reuniting after all those years, right? You would have had so much to talk about.
There's nothing I want to talk to my father about.
However,
There is something I want to say to him, though.
What?
Go fuck yourself. No matter what it takes, I have to find him and tell him face to face.
What is it?
God damn it, spit it out, girl. I want to sever all ties with him.
So essentially, go fuck yourself.
Yeah.
Sever?
The last time I saw him, I was still very young, so I don't remember myself, but apparently he was extremely intelligent. He was in line to become the next head of the Kiri family. He was talented. He had a promising future. You know, honestly, to me, like, this is a little ridiculous, but whatever. Like a family of detectives.
however,
Maybe I just offended someone out there, but
No, there are families who, like, stay in a line of work and make it like a family business.
I get it, but like,
Especially the ones that are super specialized and really good at it.
to me it doesn't like exactly seem like it seems like they're trying to be like really prestigious about it, and I don't know. Whatever. But he had no interest in detective work. So he cut himself off from the family. Not long after that, my mother died and he simply ran away. He went to my grandfather and they had a huge argument, and young as I was, he left me behind.
I'm sure there was a reason for that. I'm sure your dad wanted to take you with
Right.
him.
If that's true, then I need to thank him. Thank him for leaving me. Because unlike him, I take pride in the work I do. I take pride in my family name. This is kind of like Japanese conservatism, like, that really irritates the hell out of me. But so every last part of me is happy he didn't take me with him. If I'd gone with him, I never would have had the chance to become a detective.
I was above Kokyo on the ladder, so I wasn't able to see her expression, so I couldn't tell. I couldn't tell how she looked when she said that, what she might have been feeling. All I could tell was that compared to her usual self, she was more talkative and more emotional.
I don't blame him, you know? He had his own life to live. That's what anyone in my position might say, right? But it's not true.
however,
But there's one thing I can never forgive.
Really?
The way everyone else looked at me. I was never sad about being left behind. Like I said, I think it was a good thing.
however,
But when the rest of my family looked at me, they saw something different. They only saw me as the little girl that was abandoned by her father. That's how they even see me to this day. His shadow has been following me my entire life. I'm sick of it. I need him out of my life. I need to step out of his
Correct.
shadow. That's why I have to find him and tell him we're no longer family. In order to settle the past. In order to remove him from my life forever. I have no doubt he forgot me years ago.
But your family, to just cut him out like that.
wrong,
Our only connection is through blood, nothing more. And we're connected by heart and soul.
hey,
No? Is blood really enough to call someone family?
Only connected by blood, not by heart or soul? I was so shocked to hear what I was so shocked to hear her say something like that, I didn't know how to respond. So instead, I said nothing. I just kept climbing the ladder in complete silence, and after I don't know how long, we finally reached the top.
There's another key, though. Another.
Indeed.
Looks like this is it.
On the other side of the door, Hope's Peak is waiting for us.
That's
We're
right.
back.
Remember, that hatch on the ground near the trash room? I'm fairly certain that's where we'll come out. I unlocked it earlier, so it should open without much trouble.
Well, here goes nothing. I reached my right hand up and pushed against the hatch, and daylight. The hatch opened with ease, and so... Looks like we're back.
I can't believe how long that was. I'm exhausted.
I can't exactly say we're safe and sound, but at least we're out of there. Now we're back in Hope's Peak Academy, the most safest place to be ever. Kyoko, thank you. I never would have gotten out of there without you.
No thanks necessary. I was just returning the favor. The question is now, how long is it going to be before Monokuma shows up to kill us?
So, now what do we do? I'm glad I didn't die, of course, but if the mastermind finds out, and I'm worried about you too, you help me, so they might...
You're worried?
Yeah, of course.
Then let me just get a concrete answer.
Huh?
In other words,
Let's ask Monokuma if there's a problem with you escaping.
That's...
If we try to hide, it's only a matter of time till we're found out, and it's not like we can run away.
As she said that, she pointed at the nearby surveillance camera. So you're saying rather than stressing out over getting caught, we should just give up now?
Don't worry. What you think is going to happen isn't. Because the mastermind is the one that's ensnared.
The mastermind is ensnared. You said something like that before. What does it mean?
So,
The mastermind stood exposed during the investigation into Makuro's death. There was a moment where the mastermind let their guard down.
There was?
If we can talk to Monokuma, we can confirm it. And it'll be better for us if we go to him directly before he tracks us down. That should help out with our negotiations.
I'm still super uneasy about this. We really don't have a choice, do we?
Monokuma should be in
Shall
the
we go?
gym. Let's get going.
Okay. Off to the gym. Off to confront the person who wants to kill. Hey! Kyoko, I don't mind so much, but Makoto's supposed to be dead. What's he doing here? That's exactly how I thought he'd react. Are we really gonna be okay? You're supposed to be punished. Did Kyoko help you?
So what if I did? What will you do?
The guilty parties exposed during the class trial, they alone will be executed. It's unfortunate, but that is the rule. So I'm gonna punish you again, and this time I won't leave anything to chance. Kyoko?
Do whatever you feel you have to.
What?
however,
But before you do, let me say one thing. If you execute Makoto, that means you lose. Not that matters to you.
Huh? I lose? You, explain yourself. What do you mean by that?
Well, you set up the latest you set up this latest class trial yourself, right? I was getting in your way, so you wanted an excuse to
in
kill
other
me.
words,
I was supposed to be chosen as the Blackened and then executed, right?
Hey, what are you talking about?
however,
But when Makoto chose to overlook my lie, your plan came crashing down. The results of the trial weren't at all what you were expecting. Because you never imagined that in that position, one person would protect another like
Right.
that. And in response to that unexpected development, you reacted by proclaiming Makoto the Blackened and trying to execute him. You made the choice out of desperation, no more than that. You must have realized that Makoto, who refused to be manipulated, was a threat to you as well.
however,
But then there was another unexpected development waiting for you. An entity would throw a wrench, so to speak, in your precious executionary machine.
Alter ego.
You never imagined the possibility of a being that could come to our aid even after you
Am
killed
I
it.
wrong?
Now, here's the absolute truth. Makoto didn't kill Mikuro, you did.
Listen to me.
So executing Makoto for it would surely be a violation of your rules, which I know you love so much. If the Blackened is exposed, they alone will be executed. That's what you told us, right?
And that means I lose? You talk a big game. You're saying the Blackened is me and not Makoto? And you can prove this, right?
Wow.
No, I can't.
Don't just say it like that! What is this, a comedy routine? You make such a bold claims without a shred of evidence.
Doesn't matter.
I don't have any right now, but with a little more time, I guarantee I'll
That's
find
right.
some. Because no matter how deeply you try to bury it, there is only ever one absolute truth.
And now you're trying to talk like some kind of famous detective type?
Because
If Makoto really was the killer, he never would have come to you willingly like this. He would have feared for his life, feared another execution. He would have tried to run and hide. He would have been gripped by the despair you so love to inspire.
However.
But here we are confronting you with nothing but hope in our heart.
And that's supposed to be enough to convince me of the absence of in the absence of evidence?
I'm not. It's not you I'm trying to convince. If you were to execute Makoto now, everyone out there watching this would be extremely displeased.
Huh?
indeed.
Imagine what everyone out there would think if you killed Makoto. They would assume you killed him because what we said is exactly right.
Listen to me.
Despair can never kill hope.
Hey,
Of course, you can say we're just making this all up. You're welcome to prove us wrong. No, you have no choice but to prove it wrong. She's a really good negotiator. But you should have been thinking about this speech. Because if you kill Makoto without proving your own innocence, you'll be accepting your own defeat. If you want to earn our despair fair and
that's
square,
what we have to do.
then I suggest you take my advice.
Despair, fair and square. So, what's this advice
It's
of
true.
yours?
To do Mirko's trial over again. Only this time, you follow the school regulations to ensure a fair trial.
Time for one last
It's
showdown.
time for one last showdown.
final
One
battle
final
between
battle
hope
between hope and
and
She
despair.
said that.
Oh, sorry, I was getting into it.
Hey,
That was like the one thing she actually said too.
Well, that would make a proper climax, wouldn't you say?
A fair trial, one last showdown. In other words, this would be our chance to expose the true identity of Mukuro's killer, the mastermind themselves. Why would they take that challenge? They probably execute me without another word. Interesting. Very interesting indeed. Barry.
Because he's a sociopath. Like, this is all about attention. This is all a game. Of course he'd be willing to do it. He's not operating on logic.
Oh, I was getting bored, so I decided to change things up a little. So, time for the bear jokes. Now, while you suggest it might be possible, it would certainly make for one honey of a
in other
climax.
words,
Does that mean you accept?
If we do things your ways, that'll be enough to convince you and the viewers, right? And it would cause you unbearable despair, right? And I'm prepared to agree to your terms. Will your hope win out, or will my despair claim victory? Let's have one final grisly showdown. He agreed. And we still have a shot at this. This is a long-awaited climax, right? Just guessing the killer is barely a fitting end. So this final face-off, you'll have to unearth all the mysteries that have been buried here. All the mysteries? That's right, every last mystery that's pawing around the school. If you can do that, then that'll be enough to qualify for as a victory for you.
true.
Oh goodness, his puns are getting out of control.
That's what we've been trying to do all along.
Okay, well good, then let's bear it all. If you can claw your way to the truth of Mukuro's death and solve the mysteries of the school, then you win. But if you can't do all that,
We'll all face execution, right?
I can barely contain my excitement.
God, I'm gonna kill this guy.
When you learn the truth, what kind of despair will you show me?
We're as excited as you are, I'm sure.
Listen to me.
When we've uncovered every last truth, how How will the ultimate despair reveal their own despair?
I honestly can't believe how this has all
Hey.
turned out.
But before we get started, I want to clarify one more thing. Do you remember the rule? When one student kills another, that's when a class trial is
What's
held.
wrong?
I remember that for sure. So
Hey.
what?
I want to confirm that is what you said, right? It's a true statement.
You don't have to be so suspicious. I've said it before and it bears repeating. Everything is based on the school regulations. Having a trial for Mukuro is no exception to that. Huh? Mukuro's trial is no exception? Then it's part of the regulations? Which would have to mean that whoever killed Mukuro... It's a very polarizing approach, I know. But okay, enough puns. But here's a hint. I'm sure I told you this already, but this killing game began with 16 participants, all of them high school students. And the only people to take a single step in Hope's Peak since the killing game began are those 16 students. What?
Listen.
Maybe Murkuro wasn't. I don't know. Are you telling the truth?
Why'd he go quiet all of a sudden? I'm done talking, I got nothing left to say to you. So get lost, would ya? Why so mad?
He seems emotionally unstable.
Leave me alone, get out of here. Okay, I'm going, you're really gonna let me go? I don't even care anymore. Y'all can get your punishment later anyway. I need to start getting it ready. A Super Tuber Extra Special Punishment overflowing with despair.
Hey.
Come on, Makoto. Let's go.
Okay.
We've already won.
Okay, he's just constantly...
We've already won and he doesn't even know it.
We've already won? He doesn't even know it? How do you know that?
Because we got Kyoko on our side. And Byakuya.
Let's just trust in other people and hope they solve it.
No, they're
for us.
good. They're good. Like, we got this shit.
Monokuma's unstable laughter seemed to cling to us as we walked away. And just like that, we were out of the gym.
May the odds be ever in your favor.
I could hardly believe it, but somehow I ended up getting not executed. I still have my life, and we still had a chance. Overall, things turned out way better than expected. Once again, I was in Kyoko's debt.
Not really. It's about even now.
Kyoko, thank you. Everything I have right now is because of you.
Don't thank me. The battle is still ahead of us.
Yeah, true.
But still, I'm glad it worked out. I wasn't sure if the enemy would accept my proposal.
But honestly, why would the Mastermind agree to that? I mean, they don't stand to gain anything from the final showdown, do they?
They had no choice but to accept.
Huh?
Because
It's all because of the moment that the Mastermind let their guard down, like I said.
So when was it the Mastermind let the guard down?
I wasn't there to hear it myself, but do you remember what the Mastermind said? They said they had hijacked the airwaves to broadcast our life to the outside world, right?
Yeah, they definitely said that.
And what did you think when you heard that? Pretty hard to believe, right?
Well, I mean, the idea of actually taking over the airwaves seems so unbelievable.
indeed.
You don't exactly read about something like that happening very often, so it's hard to imagine.
I don't think that's ever really happened. So,
In other words, that kind of thing is extremely difficult to pull off.
However,
And yet somehow the Mastermind was able
in
to do
other
it.
words,
But think of it another way. There must have been some reason they had to do something that difficult.
so,
reason?
They had to show the world something, no matter the cost. Us killing each other?
they wanted to show the world.
The Mastermind has been very adamant about not killing us directly, but forcing us to kill each other. And all their rules and regulations were designed to encourage that.
Yeah, that makes sense. If those stupid regulations didn't exist, nobody would have killed
in other
anybody.
words,
So the Mastermind's ultimate goal was to make us kill each other and show that off to the world.
But why?
To prove a point, most likely.
Prove a point?
It's the Joker. It's just like the Joker in The Dark Knight Rises. The outside world has a name for the students of Hope's Peak, right? A certain concept.
You're talking about hope,
that's
right?
And for those of us who represent hope to kill each other and sink into despair, the mastermind wants the world to see that and try to prove despair is better than hope. That's their goal as the ultimate despair.
What?
I still find it far-fetched that he took over I'm not convinced he took over the TV channels.
They want to prove that despair is better than hope? But that's ridiculous.
You're right, it is ridiculous, completely irrational. Then again, we're not hanging out with irrational people. It's the kind of thing that nobody but those who call themselves the ultimate despair would devise. That group whose only purpose and motivation comes from despair.
But is that really their only reason for making the rest of us suffer?
I know how angry it must make you, and yet, that same motivation is what led to the mastermind revealing their weakness.
In
What?
other words,
Because their goal is to broadcast this killing game to the world, the mastermind has had to be more particular than is reasonable about their own regulations. If the mastermind simply ignored their rules, this wouldn't have been a game, but a one-sided
at the
slaughter.
very least,
At least, that's how those who are watching this would have seen it.
And that's why the mastermind couldn't kill any of us themselves.
This is precisely the reason. No matter how much they may hate what I'm doing, I haven't violated a single one of their regulations. Junko broke the rules, so she was punished, but in my case, they couldn't lay a finger on me.
right.
So instead, they tried to use the class trial, following all proper rules to get me killed. They began a trial that didn't have a right answer, that made me out to be the killer.
But even that didn't work.
It's true.
Yes, thanks to you. And due to that failure, the mastermind took yet another risk. They attempted to kill you, who also was not the killer.
And when that fact was exposed on live TV to the entire outside world, the mastermind had to accept your
Indeed.
suggestion.
To prove to the world that despair is better than hope, they had to defeat us in
In
perfect
other
form.
words,
It would only do the mastermind harm to have it shown that they'd violated their own regulations.
But all of that was a hunch, right? You were still able to get the mastermind to accept your
However-
challenge.
Well, it's only thanks to you that we got that chance, because you believed in me. Another path opened up.
Still, I can't believe how much of the mastermind's thoughts and plans you're able to figure out. I didn't have the slightest clue.
wrong.
In the end, though, I couldn't prove any of it. It was just my reasoning. Essentially, I was making a bet. But it looks like I got it right. This time, at least. I won the bet.
She let out a quick sigh. I took it as a small sign of relief.
To be honest, I haven't been that nervous in a long time.
I totally couldn't tell you were nervous at all. You seemed totally confident from the moment we decided to go talk to him.
Well, presenting a strong demeanor is a fundamental part of negotiation and persuasion, wouldn't you say? Plus, if I had showed my uneasiness, that would have just made you that much more uneasy.
Yeah, you're probably right. Pathetic.
However,
Anyways, we can't relax just yet. It's time for the investigation. All we've done is earn another chance to fight. We have to win this time.
correct.
We have to tell the rest. Or everything we've gone through will have been for nothing.
Nah, we're just gonna leave them in the dark. Go do the trial ourselves. They can just sit up here and wait.
Get executed when we fail by ourselves.
You're right. If we can't defeat the mastermind, it'll cost us our lives. There's no option except to win.
But before we begin the final battle, we have to tell the others what's going on.
No. Executions are so fun. True. But now we know who our real enemy is. All we have to do now is work together with everyone to destroy the mastermind.
Work together with everyone.
However,
Is that really possible?
anyway,
Fuck Byakula, he survived the fucking trial. Anyways, right now we have to go find
Shall we
the
go?
others. They're probably in the dorms somewhere. Shall we go?
And suddenly we are greeted with... You again. Is he broken?
I suppose his emotional instability has reached its limits.
Jeez, what the heck?
However,
I wonder what that was all about.
I couldn't help but let out a sigh of relief.
Is that Makoto?
You guys!
No, it's Superman.
It is! There's no two ways about it. That's Makoto.
You survived?
Jeez, you're like a stubborn little cockroach, you know that?
Thank you, Byakuya. I can't take that in any way but a
I'm
compliment.
just asking to make sure, but you're not a ghost, right?
Fuck off. Everyone's there, all my friends who had struggled together and survived. As soon as I saw their faces, I couldn't help myself. I started to tear up, even Byakuya.
What?
Wait, what's that smell?
Heck.
Oh man, yeah, that seriously stinks.
It's Makoto. He smells like a wet dog. Get away, shoo shoo.
And in a flash, my tears dried up.
Makoto.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I need to tell everyone what happened. Explain what? Sorry, I thought that was just like a random. I thought it was going to say, go talk to the other people first. But it's okay that you're here. What if the mastermind
It's
catches
true.
you?
That's related to what I have to tell you all.
I need to tell you all about the last class trial.
Last
In
class
other
trial?
words,
We're going to redo Muroko's trial. Mukuro's trial. What, seriously?
How about that?
What's the point of redoing it? Makoto killed her, right? No, I didn't do it. I keep telling you.
wrong.
Makoto isn't the killer, and of course it's not me or any of you. Then who is it?
I see.
What she's saying is, it was all the work of the mastermind. What, you're saying the mastermind killed
That's
Mukuro?
That's right. It was all an elaborate trap contrived by the mastermind. Makoto spotted the trap in time and did what he had to stop
However,
it. But his decision meant that he would be the one to
What
die.
did you say?
You spotted the trap, did you, Makoto? You make it sound like it was easy, I just, you know.
But executing Makoto, who wasn't the Blackened, is a clear violation of the school regulations. The rules state that only the Blackened is to be executed. The mastermind broke their own rules. Which is why I went and negotiated with him to have the trial one more time. And the mastermind agreed? Does that mean they really did break the rules?
They had no choice but to agree. You used the TV broadcast to gain the leverage you needed, didn't you?
Very observant of me.
Naturally.
I recall what you said at the end of the last trial, when you said now it's the mastermind that's ensnared. That's what you were referring
Don't
to.
be mean.
Hey, I'm totally in the dark here.
He's always in the dark.
For anyone who doesn't understand, you can ask Yoko to explain it again later.
You know how most people have a light bulb in their head? I suspect Hiro has a short match. So, knowing all this, what do we do now?
You mean something that can go off, but it's a one-time use and lasts a very short amount of time?
Yes, and can burn your hand if you hold on to it too long. It's about who killed Mukuro, right? So our job is to expose the mastermind.
But there's more to it than that, correct? Yeah. For us to win this time, we have to solve every last mystery surrounding the school.
Every last mystery? But we've been looking around all this time and we still don't know anything, right?
anyway,
We've probably guessed already. You've probably guessed already. If we lose this time, everyone dies.
Everyone?
Hate you.
Hey, who said you could agree to those terms without talking to the rest of us? I'm fine with things the way they are. I'm fine living here with Master forever.
I, meanwhile, want to get out of here as soon as humanly possible.
Anyways, at this point, the only way for us to survive is to unravel the truth.
Interesting.
In other words, one decisive final battle. A rather interesting development, I'd say.
something that the son of the Togami family lives for. But figuring out who the mastermind is and how they killed Mukuro and all the school's mysteries.
It's a pretty tall freaking order. Maybe, but this time the trial is different. We know who our enemy is now. If we work together and search as hard as we can, I'm sure we'll solve all those mysteries.
I'm not so sure about that.
Huh?
I can't agree with the idea of working together with everyone.
You can't agree? Why not? I mean, working with everyone seems like the most obvious way to solve all the mysteries.
That's what I thought too at first. Until Monokuma gave us that little hint.
Hint?
No.
But that there's only been 16 students in the school and they're the only ones who have done anything in it. Monokuma said that, did he? Then Gyoko's opinion is perfectly reasonable.
Huh? But why?
In other words,
If the mastermind really is the one who killed Mukuro, as Gyoko says, then the mastermind would have had to set foot in the school, right? Monokuma could probably murder Mukuro, but there's no way he could disguise a scene like that. But according to Monokuma, the only people who have set foot in Hope's Peak are the 16 students who have been taking part in the killing game.
Then the mastermind is... There were 15 of us in the main hall at the very beginning. Add in Mukuro and you get 16. So the mastermind would have to be one of them.
that's right.
And one of those 16 people we started out with, the only ones still alive, are the people standing right here.
I would laugh my ass off if it was Hina.
Are the people standing right here? Need I continue, or do you get it now? So you're saying the mastermind is one of us.
What if it's Hiro? That'd be even better. You can't be serious.
Wait, we can't say that's true yet. Monokuma might have just said all that to confuse us.
It's certainly a possibility, but only one among many. Mastermind being one of us is also a possibility.
And that is one possibility we can't ignore.
Yeah, I mean, they're an ultimate, right? The ultimate despair. So they must be a high schooler. You can't say it's not possible.
But if one of us was the mastermind, they'd have to be controlling Monokuma somehow, right? But did you ever see anyone acting suspicious anytime Monokuma was active?
Maybe they snuck off and controlled him in secret. I don't care how sneaky you are. We would have noticed someone sneaking off that many times.
I'm right?
Then maybe Monokuma was on autopilot. Maybe they loaded up the dialogue and actions beforehand. In that case, there's no way he could have had all those back and forth conversations with us. Well, it wouldn't be entirely impossible if they directed the flow of conversation. But maybe, but still. Hey there, furry buddy.
This is a school announcement. You've all probably figured this out by now, but at this point, the killing game has now entered true ending mode. So, in the name of fairness, I will unlock every room in the school. Look wherever you want. Solve the mystery in whatever way you see fit. Then we can all meet up at the class trial, okay?
Yep. You know, you going... or whatever the hell that was. It's only going to come off as a...
Who, me?
Yeah, you were doing that. Or like... or something, I don't know.
No, like, it was like a sarcastic squeal.
Yeah, but it like came off more like a dinosaur's like...
Oh, okay.
Sound like you're playing dinosaur. No, that's not playing dinosaur.
How very magnanimous of him to unlock all the rooms.
That's fine.
I mean, you only have a key for everything anyways. It's time. The time for talk is done. Now we need to begin our investigation. But I was planning on working alone from the beginning
In the name of
anyways.
my family.
At this point, I can rely on myself on the Togami blood flowing through my veins.
See, this is like literally shit like out of 1,000 years ago.
I have no time to worry about the rest of you. Each of you must uphold your responsibility. Well then, Well, the thing is that traditions are still traditions, especially when they're family traditions passed down generations. Not going to go away that easily.
No, but this is just aristocracy thinking they're better than everyone else.
You think that hasn't gone away, though?
Well, it doesn't exist.
Even in the United States / Canada / North London, it's still going to be there.
North London. You mean northern? You mean Scotland?
North London. We're gonna declare independence one day.
But good luck with that. But well, no, it doesn't make it right though.
Well then. After making his final statement, Byakuya left the dining hall.
Good Master, he didn't take me with
Do you
him.
blame him?
Without Master, the rest of you are like coffee without the cream, or coffee. I hate coffee too. You're totally useless. So bye.
With that, Toko trudged out of the dining hall.
Well,
And now she's gone. And you're gonna go off by yourself, right, Kyoko?
that's right.
Which just leaves Makoto, Hina, and me.
You know?
In that case, I'm gonna go by myself too.
Wait, how come?
About that!
Just wait and see. I'll use my totally awesome spirit power to figure out the mastermind's identity. Laughing loudly, Hero left the dining hall.
Just being unnecessarily grumpy. Everyone's gonna go off by themselves.
We're to talk about that.
What?
What about you, Ina?
I guess I'll do the same thing. I mean, it's not that I don't trust everyone, you know? It's just that you're definitely the mastermind, Makoto. But up till now, I haven't been really all that useful.
Okay,
I've just been pretty.
Here's the thing. You keep saying that you have said so many times that I have done some sort of Freudian slip, and I accidentally revealed something when in almost every single time that's happened.
But it has
It
happened.
hasn't happened.
You're like Monokumo, you're just trying to talk your way out of a lie.
But there hasn't been one instance when you claimed I
Just keep going.
spoiled something, and it was actually true. All I'm saying.
I just depended on Sakura and everyone else.
You're not useless. If you hadn't been there, I would have died.
Makoto. That's really nice of you to say. But still, I know I've mostly been totally useless.
Okay.
So I figure at least here at the end, maybe I can find something that'll help us all get out of here. So I'm gonna go off and do it all on my own. At least she knows she's useless. See ya.
Hina was surprisingly high spirits as she dashed out of the dining hall, and then she came back in and grabbed some donuts, and then left again. And once again, it's just us two.
Indeed. Peace out, motherfuckers.
So, you're gonna go off on your own too, right, Kyoko?
Well, don't misunderstand. Just because we're going to do our searches separately doesn't mean we still can't work together. That goes for all of us.
I see what you mean. Doing our own investigating doesn't mean we can't work together in the end. I should just see it as splitting up to cover more ground, and then we can get back together and share what we found. Yeah, that's right, just like every other investigation.
So then,
Well, I'd better get going. I have an endless list of things I need to
Correct.
check. Monokuma said all the school doors have been unlocked, right? So we should be able to investigate every nook and cranny in the school.
So we can visit the places we couldn't go before.
Makoto, no matter what it takes, we have to uncover the truth. By any means necessary, including... Insert clever quidbit.
Quidbit? What's a quidbit?
A little short quote.
Never heard that before. But that Kyoko was gone, leaving only me. I don't have time to waste either. I have to begin my search. I still can't believe the mastermind might be one of us, so let's see what I have to prove. I'll prove the mastermind isn't one of us. I'll expose the mastermind should and stop the Mr. School, and then we can all escape together! Investigate! No, that's the second game's theme, never mind.
Why? Okay.
Huh?
I don't know why.
What do you mean?
He's gonna take another look at the Monokuma file.
I'll take another look. I'll see if there's any information in there. Due to the explosion, the identities unknown. They were, however, dead before the blast. The victim had been stabbed a single time with a knife. which had gone completely through the body. That also been struck in the head with an object about as thick as a metal pipe. The body was covered with other wounds, but these were at least several days old. Once we find out who killed Mukuro Yusaba, we'll know who the mastermind is. So where should I start my investigation to figure out who killed her? I guess I should start with the rooms that were locked up until now. The headmaster's room, the biolab, the door in the data center with Monaco's face on it. Oh, and the second floor of the dorms where the gate was before. That should be open now too. After that, I'll have to double check the areas that are connected to the murder, which means the garden and the dojo. Okay, time to get started. Places to check. Well, if they have him look at the Monokuma report again, that means it must be relevant.
I guess. I'm sure it is, but why do we need to read it again? I mean, I've seen it.
Because it's been a long time since it's been relevant.
I really want to go in that biochem lab.
Hey, Makoto.
You want to go in the bio lab next?
Yeah.
Okay, we'll do it after this.
Makoto, are you here to look around too?
Is that what you're doing here?
Yeah, I can't help but wonder about that Monokuma door. So I figured, if all the doors in the school have been unlocked, that one should be open too, right? Although I couldn't bring myself to open it.
I mean...
Because it might explode, right? That really sucks, so you open it.
I'm sure she didn't mean it, but she made it sound like she was okay with me getting blown up. Okay.
Bitches be cray, she could have meant it.
Okay, so I guess I'll open it.
Ah, wait, let me take cover first. I don't want to get exploded.
Hina raced over to a nearby desk and hid underneath it. Okay.
Okay, go ahead.
Everything will be okay, right? This isn't a game over situation, right? Alright. Here goes nothing. Threw all my weight into it, but the door opened much easier than I expected. Then boom! And actually nothing.
It's like A's lair from Pretty Little Liars.
There's no explosions, thankfully. My first impression was...
Whoa, this place is totally sci-fi.
Yeah, I was kind of thinking the same thing.
What the heck?
I mean, every part of the school leaves a bad taste in my mouth, but
Just a second.
this place is like #1 gross. It's in a whole different league of creepy. Really?
What is this device? It looks like some kind of control panel. It's really over the top, though, like some kind of military installation or something.
Yeah, it kind of looks like a mech cockpit, right? With Fumi, you'd probably freak out if he saw it.
Cockpit? So, the Monokuma room has a control panel that looks like some sort of cockpit. Then, could that mean...
We're in a mech? Of course. Alright.
Yes, the school is just one giant mech.
Let's start poking at whatever I'm gonna start pushing buttons.
Oh, hold on, you can't just or whatever something like this.
Yeah, you can.
But it was too late. Hina was jabbing away at the control panel.
Did you hear that?
Yeah, I think it came from the other room. Hina, what did you push?
I'm not totally sure. The one button that said data center.
Data center? I took a good look at the control panel, and I saw a bunch of buttons, each with the name of a room next to it. And just like Hina said, there's one labeled data center. That must be the one she pushed to the data center. That's right next door, the room we are just in. That's where the strange noise came from. Probably better if I go check it out.
Yes, please. I'm kind of scared out of my mind right now. So I'll just cheer you on from over here.
Okay. Did I just hear what I think I heard? Is that Monokuma?
Oh, it's a Monokuma button.
Hey, Brar. Give me all your donuts. Is that you, Hina? What? Oh man, busted. How did you know? Anyway, what is this? Some kind of remote control camera kind of setup? You don't even know what you're controlling? Well, I mean, I can't really see anything from in here. Ah, guess what I found? A self-destruct button! Whatever you do, don't push it. Oh man, are you seriously gonna push it? Anyway, I guess that settles it. The room with the Monokuma drawing on it and the control panel inside.
I wish we still had the ultimate hacker.
We didn't have an ultimate hacker.
or the ultimate programmer, because he could have got into this. And like, whoa, hey Makoto, what the heck was that just now?
Monokuma.
What do you mean?
What you're controlling just now, it was Monokuma.
Monokuma?
Monokuma.
What, for real?
Monokuma. Yep, it looks like the panel definitely controls Monokuma, which means the mastermind's been controlling Monokuma from this room. Yeah, they were definitely in here. The mastermind's been controlling Monokuma from this room. The control room is totally separate from the data center with all the monitors. In other words...
Hey,
Yep, she said the mastermind can't control that and monitor us at the same time. Gyoko's theory was right.
But if the mastermind's been controlling Monokuma from here, that means they've been inside the school this whole time.
I guess that would have to be true. But if that is true...
Then maybe it's one of you!
It's a very polarizing approach, I know. Okay, Ponce and Han tell you about this. 16 students. The mastermind Monokuma's puppeteer really is the 16th student. No, it can't be. There's no way, right? Monokuma control room has been added. Yep. What's wrong? Oh.
What's wrong, Makoto? I don't like that face you're making.
Wait, this is just my face. I'm not making any particular... You don't like my face? Oh no, it's nothing.
Oh, okay.
What about you? Is everything okay?
Oh, well, it's just... This is where the mastermind's been hiding, right? Who knows if they set traps or something.
I can't say it isn't possible, but I really hope it's not true.
So, like...
So,
You want to leave soon? There's still lots of other places to check out.
Yeah, good point. We can't waste all our time standing around here. But okay, you want to get going? Yeah. But what about this?
What's wrong, Makoto? Let's hurry up and get out of here.
But there's a trap door. Ah, have to leave. Click. As soon as the door to the data center was closed, I heard a strange sound. What was that?
The door, it just locked on its own.
What? My hand shot up to grab the doorknob. Rattle, rattle! You're right, it's locked, but why? Of course it's locked, because the data center is now restricted. Monokuma?
Hey, no fair. You can't just go around restricting whatever you feel like.
It's for your benefit, because if that room stays open, I won't be able to move around. Imagine how depressed everyone would get if the school mascot just up and stopped moving. Then that room... You may have guessed, but that's where my controls are.
So right now, you're being operated by someone in that room.
Correctamundo.
But that doesn't make any sense. We were just in there, and we didn't see anyone.
Oh, you didn't, did you? Are you sure you were as thorough as you could have been? Did you happen to check a certain suspicious hatch?
Go fuck yourself, Hina.
No way! The hatch on the floor? Too bad, that was your one big chance and you blew it.
too bad.
Of course, that hatch can't be opened from the outside anyway, so whatever. So it actually didn't matter. Now then, this room is officially restricted, so no more investigating. I'll be relying on you guys to tell the others. Woohoo! Peace.
But he's gone. Or he's gone, but...
So,
Was he telling the truth? The mastermind was hiding in there?
In fact, if you think about when we got locked out of the control room, that proves it for sure.
Then when I said we should leave...
Well, that hatch can be opened from the outside anyways, right? So it's not your fault.
Okay.
Just mostly your fault. Anyway, we don't have time to let it get to us. We have to stay positive and make the most of the time we have left.
You're right. I guess she has an alibi. If there's one thing I'm good at, it's keeping my body moving. Okay? I'm gonna go run around and tell everyone what we found here. Nice. You got me all motivated again. I'm out of here.
Games took off full sprint. I have to do what I can too. There's only one way forward, and that's forward. Well, here I am at the biolab. It's so cold. It's like abnormally cold. I feel like I'm in a giant refrigerator, so why is it so cold? There's some kind of weird machine or something like this something before. That's it. It's the kind of thing I've seen in horror movies and stuff. It's like a fridge for storing dead bodies. Does that mean the biolab is actually a morgue? You remember when you said there was dead bodies in the biolab? I should probably take a closer look around.
should open the door.
Some kind of weird machine does.
I'm sure it's one of the kids
Some
who
of the
they've
lights are on.
killed.
The ones on the left are on. The ones on the right are not. The right-hand lights are off.
1, 2. 16.
This is one of the fridges they put dead bodies. I see my crunch. Does that mean everyone died? Is there in this all in this little room? Okay, what the fuck am I supposed to actually check? Oh, there's some kind of booklet here. It looks like an instruction manual. We offer an eco-friendly alternative to standard dry house for all your cadaver needs. In addition to the germicide lamps, we also provide an ozone generator for the removal of ethylene gas. Simply insert the cadaver and the blue light will let you know the automated system has activated. Temperature and humidity levels will be adjusted in automatically for optimum settings. With our systems, anyone can keep a body fresh as the daisy for as long as you need. In the unlikely event of a problem, the red light will activate and the alarms will sound immediately. The exterior is stainless steel, but we do offer an optional leather upholstery upgrade package. This is the instruction manual for the fridge. While looking around, I think I get it. It seems clear to me now. There's some kind of makeshift morgue. And about those lights by each slot, it looks like it's set up so that when a slot is occupied, the blue light comes on. So that would mean inside each slot lit up in blue is another one of the victim is. So if the light's on, there's a dead body inside. I can't let my emotions take control right now. There's only one thing I can do for everyone who's died, and that's defeat the mastermind. And to do that, I have to continue my investigation. I don't have any other option. Oh, Tuka, so this is where you were.
What do you want? I am so disgusting you want me out of your sight?
No, that's not it at all. I thought maybe you found a clue.
Well, I haven't. I didn't find anything, not one single clue. I figured since this place was related to the case, it would have something, right? But there wasn't anything out of the ordinary here. Give it back. Give me my precious time.
Calm down, Tuka.
Your problem.
Don't tell me to calm down. Do you have any idea what I'm going through right now?
Yes, because you're wasting my time right now.
When everyone finds out, they're gonna call me useless, good for nothing.
Nobody's gonna say that.
Master will.
Yes, but he'd say that anyways. I'm not sure I can disagree with that.
I don't want that. I'm sick of always being looked down on. Why won't anyone accept me? Because you try to get accepted by the wrong people.
Well, I don't think there are any clues here, so maybe I'm gonna get going.
I was a little surprised they told us to come here.
It just told us that it was a waste of time, so. Told us to come here, wasted our time. Great. It's gone. Mukuro's body. It's not here.
Duh.
You don't think. Maybe the body's inside the shed. I better check just to be sure. We didn't find anything close to a dead body, but if it's not here, then it must be. Could it be in the biolab? The corpses aren't the only thing I need to check here. There's one other thing. The tarp. The tarp played a key role in another case, so better look into it.
The tarp's here.
The killer used... What do you mean?
The only place the other tarps were was in the biolab.
The killer used his harp to keep the sprinkler from getting on the wet body, which means the killer must have left some clue behind here. Huh? I didn't notice this before, but there's a small stamp in the corner of the tarp. It says Biolab.
That's so stupid.
Then this originally came from the Biolab? Well, it's not a guarantee that it was in the Biolab when it was acquired. Just because it was originally there doesn't mean that...
No, but it's like, if Monokuma really used that, that's so stupid.
That's all I really need to check here. See? All the previous places are like... minimal. Dead body, everyone who's died, does that mean? Since Mukuro's body... here it is. Since Mukuro's body disappeared from the garden, could it be in here? I need to check, but I have no idea how to open the thing. Okay.
Well, there's your little manual.
Some kind of booklet here, blah 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 blah, same thing as before, anything this is talking about. This is the instruction manual for the fridge. Okay, apparently that's not good enough though. Well, okay. Great. Stack of tarp here, seeing this thing, okay. Apparently we can't do these until later then. Alright. Let's take the break.